Welcome to episode 300 of the Disruption Podcast.
Pop the balloon.
You live rent-free in a city apartment, but your neighbors are all Souncloud rappers.
You know the white women when they use their cardigan like this?
Hey,
Cold day, isn't it?
Cold day. Oh, maybe if I just went inside and didn't smoke.
She was weird.
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, if it's anything, it's you.
All right, you want to know my fast story? I'd have the noodles, and then when there's some soup, I'd get a piece of toast.
Bro, I'm not even lying, bro.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.
Welcome to episode 300 of the Disruption Podcast.
Pop the balloons.
Yes, sir.
You have heard at this point that this is actually not the first version of episode 300.
Yes.
This is the second version of episode 300.
Yes, I'm gonna try to
We won't point fingers here of what happened, but the first version we recorded, the audio will be dropping
Sometime this week.
tomorrow or the day after, because it's a really good episode. But this will be quite different regardless. An hour and 20, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less to entertain you today. It's Noor the Baghdadi.
Chief Philosopher G in the building, baby.
It's your girl Moeezy.
It's the Prince. What's
Yes,
going on?
welcome.
300 episodes.
Yes, indeed, man. We're back. Doing it again. Bro.
Better pretend I've not heard this conversation before.
No, we're not going to talk about anything the same, except for some key highlights. I want to say, guys, I'm truly sorry
That's fine.
You should be.
for bringing us here again. But we get to spend time.
I'm grateful.
You're grateful. Thank you. And I think
Quality
that's the outlook that we
time.
all need.
And I was like, damn, my Monday night is canceled, bro.
Dude, I've never been spun like this. Mal can tell you how frazzled I was. I almost crashed, 2 times?
Yep.
The car.
Oh, wow.
Once I realized and clocked that what I'd done and deleted episode 300.
It's okay, man.
I just saw his brain clock it while we were
Disconnect.
driving and just he's doing calculation, and then he said, "Oh, yep,
Yeah.
I lost the episode."
Oh, man. It's all right,
I
bro.
said, "Wow."
That happens.
It's just an episode with us.
It doesn't.
One thing it taught me, though,
Tell me.
300 episodes in, something it did teach me is that you never get too good at anything in life for
Yeah.
dumb stuff to not happen. You know what I mean?
Thank you
That's
for
kind of
telling
just
me.
like,
I did something.
You're going to
wrong.
forget to record. You're going to forget to do something.
yeah, like
It's gonna
literally,
happen,
like
yeah.
you can be so far into it and it just even other things in life. Like I don't know, you could be, you watch professional sports and you're like, yo, this guy's been playing this for
And still makes a silly mistake.
you know, and still back pass to the keeper's fault,
Yeah,
getting a water drink, send the goals. You know, like,
He's a professional,
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man.
So, Daniel, don't feel bad.
Thank you, bro. Hey, to be honest, Ma was making me not feel bad, but then I don't know, she started getting a little bit angry at me as well. No, it was actually, it was a good vibe, but I think he was maybe pissed off
No,
undercover.
it was a
I
good
don't know.
vibe because once we arrived, you had already let all of your frustration out on me.
I had no frustration.
sir.
I had
So
no
that's why
frustration.
Noor received just the funny part of it.
Can I ask, when you're upset, for everybody here, when you're upset, do you take it out on your partner?
Like, who are you upset at
Look,
first?
it can be
Anything in life.
Yeah.
Business not good. Parents annoyed me. My car's having issues.
Made a mistake.
Whatever.
That's cost something, whatever.
But are you snappy with your partner now?
Oh, nah.
Oh no.
I'm snappy depending on how they react to my reaction or current state.
Yeah,
like if I'm,
Okay.
let's just say I come home angry or come home sad, like how you react to me and how you welcome me as I come home and stuff, that's
care.
gonna dictate how I react to
Wow.
you. Yeah. So if I'm sad and I walk in the house and you're not like, oh, come here, let me give you a hug, try and talk and chat, or how's your day going, blah blah blah, and you just, oh, yep, hi, go off, I'm gonna be angry
Oh,
at
did you
you.
need a hug today? Oh, I'm messing up, man.
This is real life
Oh.
situation. So thank you for bringing that up.
This is a hug, bro.
Look, and I hear it.
Do it on camera.
Because I tell you, yesterday, what happened? I think Mom,
driving.
she touched my arm. She was like, "It's okay." I was like, "Stop! Like, I don't need that. Like, I know it's bad. Like, don't tell me it's okay. Like, it's bad. It's very bad."
Because I know the one thing he hates is when stuff like that happens. Like
When I
stuff
make
with
silly
computer
mistakes.
and,
Yes.
yeah,
'Cause I feel like
silly
normally I'm on it.
mistakes.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
especially when it comes to tech stuff. If I do something like, you guys don't understand how I couldn't eat when the Sydney episodes were corrupt and audio was this. It was bad. So I think she rubbed my arm. It's okay. I was like, dude, relax. Like, I don't need it. I know it's not okay, but thank you. Like, it's all good. And then I almost crashed. Yeah.
Definitely okay, bro.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
We almost crashed, and then it was his fault entirely.
No,
No, it was entirely his fault. But he goes blaming the other guy.
No.
And that's how I know he was angry
Look, it was
about
a series of unfortunate events.
I hear it.
Someone flashed their headlights at me. I started looking at mine, going, "Why is my headlight? My headlights aren't even on, bruv. Like, what are you doing?" Like, I was like, "Why are you flashing me?" Anyways, and then I almost crashed. And then the guy stops in the middle of the road and he's looking at me like an ostrich. I'm like, "Bro, move, man! Like, go. Sorry, but go. Like, can you move?"
Yeah,
and then she's like, "Daniel, it's not even his fault." And then,
Nah, see now, it doesn't matter. Back me.
bro. And then as we're driving, she's like, "All right, anyways, I know you're all good. Just focus on the road." Yeah, I was like, "Don't." I said,
Nah,
"Don't
now.
piss me off."
Patronizing.
That's-
Patronizing.
And then literally I said to her, "What kind of shit confidence is this?"
She said just focus on the road.
She told me just focus on the road. Yeah. I was like, of course I'm focusing on the road. I'm not trying to do this, bro. Oh my gosh, guys, I felt like a beta man.
That's all right,
It's
bro.
all right.
I didn't sleep right, did I? Yeah, I was tossing and turning apparently.
He was up like 4 a.m., 6 a.m., 7
Bro,
a.m.
all-
Like he's just up, just staring to the ceiling. I said, mate.
Bro, all
like,
you did was just mess up the episode. It's not that deep.
I told him it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like it's okay.
Yeah, you would think that.
Anyway,
To be honest, I saw him deleting it. I said,
I know, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't need it. You didn't need it.
How do you guys handle it when it comes to
Yeah.
that? If it's your partner or yourself and how you deal with stresses.
I don't think I'm snappy. I think I'm quiet.
Okay,
Yeah. I just kind
which is
of.
just as bad though.
yeah. So are you quiet towards her?
'Cause that's
Like, you won't
scary.
Say anything?
Yeah, like
Literally
tell me.
it
Like, hey, bro, he's loading. He's loading. He's loading. And then, my head's through the window.
No. But yeah, what you just go quiet.
Yeah. Because it's like, for me, I don't understand the point of being snappy. Especially if it's not coming directly from her.
Yeah,
You know, like this is something happened at work, family, I don't know. Like for me, I don't think I've ever been like a snappy kind of guy.
So then why are you quiet?
Because it's like,
shit, thinking hard.
I'm processing.
yeah,
bro.
maybe I'm
Lucky
just
lady.
processing. Maybe I'm like, bro, I'm not in the mood to talk. I think that's what it's like. I'm not in the mood to talk. Like, you know, it's like you're trying to have a conversation with me. Like, I don't want to talk about things. You know what I mean? Like, I can't talk about it because my mind is occupied about what just happened. You know, which is annoying.
It is.
Yeah, I think it's annoying.
Very much so.
But what am I supposed to do? What do you want? Do you want
Talk
snappy?
it through with your partner, no? Is that not an option?
Because that's the thing I think I realized.
Yeah.
You need to do. I don't like this smile.
Like,
Bro.
yes, we do talk it through. I do talk it through. I think it just takes a bit of time to talk it through. It's, all right, go ahead. So what happened? You know,
fair.
I think when they're able to pick it up and be like, all right, cool, something's wrong. You know, that's what's going on.
What do you do, bro?
I don't know. I'm a half. Sometimes quiet, but then sometimes like I'll just.
I won.
No. I'll never yell. But it's like I'll get. What's the word? Like, I don't. It's not sassy.
Cause sassy was the word I was
But
looking
it's like, let's say I'm just annoyed about whatever, and then like, I don't know. Let's say we're going to dinner, and it's like they're ordering a meal that I think is just a stupid meal to order. I'm just gonna be like, of course.
Petty guy, man.
Petty, like for no reason.
Even though it's not coming from her? Even though
It's not coming from her. It's not her fault.
Just
That's interesting.
And then I'll subside after like 4 minutes.
I think I've tried, and I tell myself, because literally in the car, for example, yesterday, I was like, don't get mad at Mara. And I did that. I was doing it successfully until she opened her big mouth. So like,
whoa.
so I'm also,
Well, no, it's your fault.
It is ridiculous.
so I'm also, I don't think I tried, because yeah, literally I'm like, okay, there's nothing that she can, it's not her fault. It's not their fault, whatever.
Yeah.
Getting snapped at them doesn't make sense.
Okay, oh no, hold
But
on.
if I'm getting pork
Sorry,
up,
I wanted you to drive safe because I was in the car.
focus on the road is crazy.
Are men
focus
very
on her is
sensitive
like-
about their driving skills?
100%, because it happened again just before.
Yeah.
I started driving in. I was busting a
And
Yuri.
that was his fault too.
And then this guy came in. Oh, it was just, yeah. And then I just felt embarrassed. And I couldn't even park right downstairs. Like, I tried 3 times. I think my head is frazzled, bro.
It's been a bad 2 days, bro.
Frazzled. But yeah, I think even stuff like that. what it is when something happens,
Knock-on effects, bro.
and we don't want the other areas that were meant to have it together look like they're crumbling because now the whole world is falling. Nah, crazy. that's crazy. That laugh is crazy.
Sorry.
God, I'm
You
gonna
getting blink twice, bro.
kiss a tree, bro. Yeah, man. Episode 300 now?
Yes, sir.
It's good. All right, so we need to re-announce
Yes.
Yeah.
stuff anyways.
Okay.
To the people. Yeah.
300th episode of the podcast. Woo, we're here. The podcast's going to keep going.
Come on.
That's it.
Of course. That's not even a question. The disruption is here to stay. But it's time for news things. So, Disruption podcast every single week. That's going to keep going. We're going to start a new show called Ranks.
Sir.
Ranks is where we rank and react to a whole bunch of stuff in pop culture, music, memes, anything that's funny, interesting, whatever it might be. One week we might go through, I don't know, a bunch of songs on an album and rank them. We might go
4 silly videos of ourselves in the past.
yeah,
Stuff like
another week we might just react to a whole bunch of stupid Snapchats from that we've sent to each other.
Man, be careful where you step in. You're gonna fall. Bro,
that. Not OG. Bro.
What the flip? Man, you're pum pum all over the place.
That'll also be pretty much every week, but that's short content that's easy to enjoy on a Sunday evening while you're having your dinner, that kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Don't Cook It is coming back. So 2021, we would have done the first season, and that was where each of us kind of had an episode where we cooked. It's going to come back very different. It's going to be us 4 paired up with other content creators that you do know of.
Can't wait.
In one long episode, maybe a 30 to 40 minute thing, I reckon it'll be
About 40.
realistically, yeah. And that's coming at some point soon as well. TDE Friends is back.
Yes,
For
sir.
the second time. Oh, for the first time. Back for the first time. But first time we did volleyball. Second time we're doing dodgeball. And it's going to be a really good time. Third time is going to be a sensational one.
Gonna be a banger.
But that one we need to do after we come
London.
back from London, which we're heading to London in a couple months. We're going to do a bunch of content there for the podcast and whatever else really that we do there. It's going to be a great time. So send us any recommendations if you have any people that you want us to interview and whatnot. Obviously, we're trying to get the best names that we
Creme de
can.
la creme, man.
But we get what we get, you know?
There's also those
hard work.
sweet spot.
There's also the people that you don't know that you love yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you know how many times have you listened to a pod and you've been put onto someone and like far out? This was a good episode.
Yeah.
And then
Kyra
now-
Gray.
Who?
Kyra Gray.
Okay.
Comedian.
Oh, that's not one.
She's good. She's very good.
Yeah, man. So that'll be good.
Yes. And
Well
then what
done
am I
up
missing?
there. There'll be TD and Friends to come after that as well. Oh no, you said
Yes.
that already. Yeah, that'll be after. You said
Free
live
TD.
show.
Live show. And
I did say live
We have
show.
the opportunity to not include that in the second
Nah, I
edition
reckon-
of episode 300.
Yeah, I
Hold us
reckon we should do a live
Oh,
show.
we're gonna do it.
2023 was the last one, so probably towards the end of this year we'll do another live show. It'll be summertime again. Yeah, we'll do something bigger, better, more expensive than last time.
We gotta realize, man, we've done some fun stuff for the people. Like,
We have.
At least along the years,
have.
we have done stuff and just tried it just
Yeah.
cause.
Also, let me give proper context to TD and Friends Dodgeball. What we want to do is obviously we want to always like empower people around us as well. So obviously you're gonna buy your ticket, whether that's you as a person or you as a team buy a ticket or just to attend. So play, team play, or attend. And then we want to, from that money, $500 is going to go towards a business of your choice. So when you buy your ticket, you'll pick one of 3 businesses that you'd like to donate the money
local
towards.
one? Yeah.
What was that?
Local?
A local, yeah, the local
Yes.
business. Sorry, yeah, we're not giving it to Optus or something.
You got
They don't need our money.
And yeah, and then yeah, we want to see people win as well. People really enjoy themselves and whatnot. So if you are a business, nominate yourself for that as well, and we'll see which ones we want to.
Try and hit him with a barbecue again for dodgeball this time or something different. I don't know.
Barbecue's tasty, bro.
Barbecue is so
Noor
good.
said he's gonna get his.
TD and Friends Bible trivia. How about that, guys?
Ooh.
No, but you guys understand how much that would actually go off.
Bro,
Banger.
bang!
Like, that
It's
would-
never been done
that
before.
would
It's never
bang
been done.
So
Never been
hard.
done.
We just obviously have like 50% of the audience that
That's okay.
come true, but maybe they can deliver.
Yeah,
it.
they
Praise
can.
him. Whoop.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe
it.
25%.
Bible
like, yeah.
trivia is a sensational.
TD and
shout.
Friends Bible trivia.
I'm just mad I can't participate.
Father
What-
Abraham.
Hey,
how
yeah,
many
man,
sons
these
did Father
sons-
Abraham have? Go, guys. Quick.
What answer do you
Sons
want?
had Father Abraham.
The ones that you can count.
I can. I can only count 2.
Good answer,
Yeah, true.
Steve.
Oh, but then now as well, we are part of that as well, bro. No,
Well,
that's not what you answer
What is
for,
the number?
Numerous like the sands.
bro. Bible trivia could be a shout, but we'll see what that
I
looks
feel
like.
like,
man.
10-20%, but it could be nice. I don't know how many of our audience are.
I reckon it would run. I can't lie. I think it would actually.
Bro,
be
run
pretty-
it
I think
up
I think it would
there,
do. I think it would do really well.
Freaking run it up
after
there,
the
bro.
third one.
That's not the third one. Though. The third one is. I genuinely don't want to give away the idea. I think it's the best thing that we've ever done. And then next minute we sell like 30 tickets.
Hey, man. 30 tickets at $100 each, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You know where we're gonna host it?
Wait. Could you imagine? Can we do
my
that?
gosh.
If we can
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that,
that-
if we can
that's
do
very
that, then
possible.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
why not?
Yeah, done.
Yeah.
Have him amongst us?
Don't say stuff, Mar. You're talking too
Oh,
much.
sorry.
Someone's gonna take this ideas, bro.
But that'll be good, man.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot to come.
So there's a
and
lot coming. Obviously, we've had I don't want to say relaxed,
It's a holding
year and a bit.
phase, bro.
but there's just been so much going on. These guys got a Mari Gala.
Fuck.
Marwa's got her business. I've got my business. They've also got AYA.
Crazy.
The world is in
Relationships.
disarray. Relationships are happening. Children are on the way.
Praise him.
Oh,
I need
thank
to
the
stop
Lord.
making that joke. It's not nice.
Yeah, but then no one will believe you when we actually say it, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But
So
I've
I
always
think
said
it's time.
2025 is always gonna be a big year.
always
we're
said that?
halfway in. But,
Yeah, I
and
know.
you haven't always said that.
no, I've always said that.
Nah, bro, I've never heard it.
nah.
The only thing I've heard you say about 2025 is if you're single,
And 25.
Maybe I've said it in the pod, but I just do think like 2025 just sounds like a big year for everyone.
hopefully, bro, we have 6 more months to prove that. So
Yeah,
yes,
no,
sir.
so far it's kind of quiet, so I don't know. 2026,
Wow, we started this in 2019.
Yes, sir. Very naive with what was
2019, so much has
life.
changed in the world.
Bro,
really has.
it's not
Bro,
the same
so
world.
much.
so much
has
changed the
changed.
world, but I think even like us, bro, I forgot we used to record at your house.
Yeah, that was
did a quick
we
stint,
did
yeah.
a
Like,
very
I swear
quick
I was
stint.
like, man,
Six,
so
But I
seven
think
months.
COVID is what killed that.
Having to be at your crib.
Yeah.
Well, it was only because we felt peer pressure from people that were like, how many? No, we had like one person that was like, how are you guys recording?
God, we
meant to
should.
be-
Okay, maybe that's the topic for us. How much would you guys have kicked everyone in the face for telling you to follow COVID rules if you knew how it would go?
I wouldn't have kicked them in the face, but I wouldn't have listened to a single thing.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And I would have laughed at, I probably would have laughed in their face for sure. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like we
It's
would
cr-
listen
it,
to
it is crazy when you look back at it. Pause.
Damn.
It
It was a wild time, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Very interesting.
I was gonna give you guys a review of 300. Very
Go.
quick stats. Episode 300 or the road to 300. Just in some numbers point of view, we've only done about 90 guest episodes. So 210. Even though the bulk was COVID actually. So I
Wow.
don't know if that gives us maybe about 50 episodes probably. That was during COVID and lockdown
only- you
specific.
said only
33% are with guests.
Yeah,
That's
essentially.
that's quite a lot.
And 50 of those were actually men. 40 being women.
Yes,
That's good.
Well, to be honest, that's a pretty.
We're not
I
we're
thought
not
it
like
was-
talking trophies.
Oh yes.
Yo, bro, how many days did they say
it
they
was
had?
the- it was the
Nah,
wild-
get it,
no, no.
bro. Sort it out.
It was the wildest thing ever. It was
yeah,
like
it was crazy.
800 days or so
over
without
100 days.
us.
Crazy
Yo,
stuff, man.
just bare testosterone, bro. Crazy.
And they didn't know how to introduce a woman when she was on.
Oh my days, bro.
That's our boys. Oh yeah,
Love you
go,
guys,
continue,
man.
continue.
We love you guys.
Words used most in our titles. The word life is in 17 different episodes. So just life and something to do with life.
Wow. That was good.
Now we're looking a bit talking trophies like. Men comes up 8 times in 8 different episodes.
Okay.
Then friends and bad are also in the same ranking. I don't know how many times we've written the word bad
Yeah.
in an episode. I don't
Not
know.
even true.
Trump comes after that
That makes
with
sense.
7 episodes. Drake 6. Bro, the guy, you just can't.
He's always there.
You can't just
He's
deny.
in every list.
Yeah.
in history.
He's a bro. We
We're
man.
actually speaking about
Anyways,
him quite
it's-
a bit. Yeah.
But then other stuff, school, love, and kids all comes in like the top 15 of stuff that we talk about. So it's a lot
Makes
of like
sense because
live,
we're very
so
wholesome.
It's so wholesome, bro. But we need to be a little bit more crazy, bro. That's
All right.
when the money comes.
So 300.
Need a bit of toxic stuff.
What you gonna say?
You need
that?
a bit of that B Simone kind of podcast.
Nah, you're dumb, bro.
You wanna cry in that?
Slide that in here.
Rubbish topic as well.
I don't talk about it. I'm just saying they went viral.
This guy's dumb, bro.
All right. Sometimes I hate my friends. that was the crux of it. Let's go viral, guys.
No, it's a very raw conversation.
Yeah.
You're about to
need
say
that.
something.
No, I was gonna say like shout out to our peers as well though. Over like that started around the same period as us. Bittersweet, talking trophies. It's probably pretty much it in terms of consistency.
For consistency,
In the content
yes.
space.
I can name so many that had started and are gone. But
I guess, yeah, in terms of creative content and whatnot, like even your Chang's been consistent over that period of time and a couple others. But it's just been like, more than anything, I think because let's be honest, nobody's seeing like bread like that off it yet or anything like that. But it's just like, it's been cool to have these people that you'd run into every now and then that you can kind of vent feelings towards industry or creative space or whatever, or Australia or whatever it might be.
Yeah, 'cause they get it.
Yeah, I think that's it's been dope.
bro,
It's
I
a
was
good journey.
talking to Mawa like maybe a couple days ago, and I was like, the connections that we have now is so crazy because it comes from so many different angles for us as people. I think we are people that connect in general anyway, but then also the fact that we're in this space has just like put like that like a wildfire essentially. So like we have our church community, which is a lot of people. Like just if you have that alone, you can cut through life probably potentially. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Obviously we've got our family as well, which includes cousins, whatever, all that kind of stuff. We've got each other that grows and everyone else's network through that.
Yep.
But then now also we've all got our different like business avenues that we got. We got community stuff. You got business as well. That grows that as well. And then now you chuck in the pod too. And the way that is intercepted into all of the different avenues, like business comes through just the fact, like I wonder if we even clock
How intertwined things become. Yeah.
And if things would have worked out still, but if we didn't do the pod, the connections that you've like been able to make or we've been able to make, like it's
yes.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's actually influenced how we live life now, kind of thing. I don't want that to be the end. We need bread. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That'd be beautiful as well.
But also, yeah, we've just been able to
it's
create a whole
crazy.
community from that. And I think individually we also already have really good communities. Like you mentioned, like the church, the friendship group, the business. But I think to also add pod and the people that we met through that as well. I think truly blessed to have community with a bunch of different people, man.
Yeah.
I think the people that we met, like even people like they just invite you to your birthday, like man, I actually met you through pod.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
You know, so yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
It's dope,
Sure.
bro.
Sure.
Do you guys feel like it has changed how you carry yourself in public in any way?
Public?
Pod?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not for me. Like in what way?
Like in case someone goes, oh, that's the guy from TDE wilding
Literally.
out.
Yeah.
No, I don't think any of us are like,
I don't think so.
Not on the sense of, you're saying, okay, how we are just naturally anyway?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think we're all pretty like calm, chill people
Same,
that don't
yeah.
really wild out or do anything. Like in any sense, like none of us are angry people. None of us are particularly like club
sloppy
goers and
or-
out and
yeah.
about in the streets or whatever. None of us are snobby. You know what I mean? Like, so there's nothing to like consciously be like, yo, let me not think. Maybe like I won't pick my nose or something.
I'll just talk about it on the pod. What about in the positive sense though, where people are like, yo, thank you so much. Like, and then you realize just how people are watching and connecting with the stuff that goes out there. Does that change anything that you guys kind of do or how you cut through?
I think something that I've always done, and this is going to sound so arrogant, but it's not meant to, but it's just like whenever people have shown love in public or something, I'll always ask them what their name is and I'll introduce myself, right? And it's like, oftentimes the response is like, I know who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I
yeah,
used to
but
get
it would
that
be
as
so
well, yeah.
rude if I,
assume.
you know? And so it's like, I hope that leaves a positive,
Yeah.
you know, thing of like, oh, he was humble or they were humble or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my favorite thing as well, to be honest. I can't lie. Saying like, yeah, what's your name?
Yeah.
And then my
Say,
name.
I'm,
da-da.
I'm Daniel. Oh, I know.
Because it's like also, I actually want, like, because funny enough, like this whole encouraging thing is like something I've just been thinking about. It's just like,
Oh, the thing we talked about.
yeah,
on
the thing we
first-
talked about on 300.1. Yeah. But yeah, like it's just like, it is really nice when people encourage you. And it's like, I don't want it to just seem like, thanks, I expected that.
I
You know?
expected that's
Yeah,
crazy.
of course.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. I think every time they do have a conversation with us individually,
Yeah.
I think they walk away saying, yeah, that was a good convo.
Yeah.
You know,
For
rather,
sure.
rather than, I think maybe one time where someone was like, yeah, that was a good convo.
Oh, damn. Do you?
I don't know if it's to you, but
About us, right?
no, this was like years ago, where it's like one of our friends said, someone ran
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
us,
talking about.
and just like,
Oh, we
I
didn't
didn't,
reciprocate the same-
You don't remember who this is?
Yeah, no, I don't remember who it was.
like, I don't know who it was. I don't think they ever said the name of who it was, unless you know,
Yeah, I know.
like who the person is.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck?
Timestamp.
Are we?
Oh, word? What?
Yeah,
She said that about.
about us. That we acted different. Yeah.
I was gonna say something that
when
baited
she
out the
came,
back.
when she
Wait,
came
wait,
here,
what?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
No, I
When
think
she
that's a
came on this
different
pod?
situation. But this,
Told me about this.
Oh my gosh! Take all the timestamps.
wait, where did she meet us? Outside
That's
of
what
the
I was
pod?
thinking.
What the heck?
That's what I was
Bro,
thinking.
she was weird.
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, if it's anything, it's you. Hey, all right, cool. Damn, guys.
Anyway,
Where did she go?
she never went anywhere, bro.
Whoa, man!
Yeah.
We're trying to get so viral in there, yeah? Final timestamp. Timestamp.
She never went anywhere, unlike Marwa.
What?
What?
Oh.
Oh.
No,
That's it.
You disgusting.
All right, cool. What? Sorry.
Yeah.
Back to what I was
not
saying.
the
Have some
smoker's
decorum,
cardigan,
man.
bro. Man said. Sorry.
You look like a nice teddy.
Audio
right now.
listeners, Carlos got the most cozy like
looks like a
cardigan.
what?
that
Teddy,
is-
Teddy.
Bro, you know the white women when they use their cardigan like this?
yeah.
Hey,
Cold day, isn't it?
Cold day. Oh, maybe if I just went inside and didn't smoke.
Yeah, good stuff.
yeah. Well, what was I trying to say? Yeah.
The
one
vibes.
time, one person was like,
Yeah,
maybe.
but in general,
you
people
guys,
have good
but I don't know.
experiences.
I don't know the reason why.
Yeah.
I think obviously when you're on pod and you're listening, it sounds like we're like mad interactive, good conversation. But sometimes when you're out, you kind of you're a bit tired.
Bro, I'm
you
shy.
know? Bro. When I'm out, bro, every time we're out, I'm just like, bro, I don't want to talk to anyone, bro.
Yeah, you're the freaking mouth is yang everywhere.
No, but you know why? It's because you run away.
Yeah, why don't you use your mouth?
This guy just runs away, and then it's like, oh, bro,
Don't tell me.
this guy's. He's like, he'll be like, this guy's coming, and then he goes off, and now I'm like,
you.
oh, bro, what the heck, man? Now I don't want to be in this position. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is sometimes I'm just like, I just want to be a bit of an introvert, you know?
Yeah.
Like DD.
This guy trying to be
is
so
that his name?
cute.
DDG?
Yeah, DDG.
Like I don't know if you guys see him on stream. Like he's a bit corny, but he's funny, he's outgoing. I think there's one time he was at an event, someone was streaming, and you see him literally at the corner just on his phone, right? And then people are a bit surprised. Like people like he literally says he's introverted outside
It
of
was clip farming.
streaming.
It was clip farming, bro. Trust
You
me.
know,
It was clip farming, bro. I wouldn't trade it for the world, though.
nah, of course. I love you guys, man.
I just use the same segue.
Oh gosh.
I want to do this, man, because I'm enjoying this one. These trade-offs.
Again,
Oh, the trade-offs, yes.
I'll introduce
I
what the
love
concept is. So trade-offs is a thing we're going to introduce to episodes. We're actually going to do it more often when there are guests, but we want to kind of just get you guys used to it as well. So there's just a bunch of statements that are essentially trade-offs. You can have this, but you can't have this. Which one do you pick? All right. As we have guests on, we'll try and make them related to them. It's a fun way for you to get to know them, for us to break the ice,
Facts.
and for episodes to do great. All right, trade-off. You can bring back a dead artist for one more album, but your favorite artist retires today.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You're bringing someone back?
I think I'm bringing someone back.
Okay, wait. I'm going to guess who it is.
Sure. Who I'm bringing back?
Michael Jackson to prove himself.
I was gonna say Michael Jackson's not a bad shout.
Is it?
No, it wasn't that, but that's prove himself in what way?
Because you said that you don't think he's all that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you mean in that sense? I thought you said to prove his innocence. Like,
On
the
track
cases.
1 to 13, I didn't do
I forgot we're
it.
talking about albums. Yes. High key, actually. That was what I was thinking about. But yeah, I mean, Michael Jackson's music is nice, but
Beautiful
guys,
music.
come on, man.
Beautiful
Come
music.
on, what?
It's not. Prince is better.
Yeah, but no, that's not who I was thinking.
Pop
But
Smoke?
firstly, yeah, I was gonna go Pop,
Pop
Smoke.
Smoke.
And who would have to retire?
Lecrae.
Whoa.
But that's
Really?
fair because I feel like
Yeah, I don't know if I need
What's
more
the
music
rationale?
from Lecrae.
yeah, but
But I would
Because-
like
but
it.
that's why.
For me, I think
Wait, sorry. So you're gonna make
Literally.
the godly
Two
guy
opposites.
retire.
Yeah.
You're bringing this smoky guy.
I can see it through the panties.
listen,
Sorry.
we lost Pop Smoke way too early.
Okay.
Right? Way too quick.
Very early, very
early,
quick.
very
Yeah,
quick.
he was
As
done.
life, sad tragedy,
Very
tragic loss
tragic.
of life, right?
Yeah.
But music wise, I was enjoying where we were going.
Yeah, that album.
Lecrae is in he's getting to the OG
Content
era.
bag.
Content bag.
Okay.
So
You don't need music.
even though I do want him to drop just literally one more album, if he doesn't, I'll enjoy podcast and book writer, preacher Lecrae.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you say retires, that means you can still listen to their
Yeah,
old
the
album.
music exists, but like, so for example, if I bring
Yeah, who's yours?
Biggie back,
I was thinking
Jay-Z, I can never hear another Jay-Z verse again.
Wow.
But like, as in, sorry, I can hear existing stuff. I can never hear a new
that's-
Jay-Z verse.
That's tough. If Jay Z is your favorite rapper,
Yeah,
and then
I don't think I'd do it. By the way,
no, if you got to trade off with Jay Z,
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone that has passed that I would bring back. TBH.
Damn.
If it was gonna be anyone, it would be Biggie. I'll be honest with
To
you.
bring back?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
same.
You don't
That's
realize
cool.
how young they died as well.
25?
Far out, man.
25?
We're older than them. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes you just go back to listen to their music. You're like, bro.
Biggie's
so
nice.
good, like
Biggie's
so good. Yeah.
Oh man, it's,
Nah,
it's
but
a
yeah.
vibe.
Hey, man, I'll
But
bring
More?
I gotta keep him.
I don't think I'd bring anyone back.
Yeah.
All right.
So just me and myself, is
Okay.
Pop of all people.
Your aux always hits perfectly, right? Or your playlist always hits perfectly, but you can never listen to albums.
Like, what do you mean by never listen to albums?
So like, you put your phone in the car, shuffle. It's always perfect, but you can never listen to just. I feel like listening to this album today.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Really?
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
Me neither. I love a cohesive
I
project.
can't take that.
yeah.
love
I think I can take that.
Really?
I think I can take that.
Bro,
Nah, say it again. Say it one more time.
with a 7-second crossfade, bro. Come
Ooh,
on,
6
man.
actually. Yeah.
6, yeah, 6 is the spot.
But
Right?
is that a regular thing that you guys do? Like
Bro,
literally
yeah.
go on an album
No,
for
to
the
be fair, when a
entire
new
trip?
album does drop and you listen to it like that,
New album, old album.
I
Not
can't.
even
I can't lie. I reckon I listen to an
random.
album more often than a.
Like
Playlist.
the individual,
Playlist, yeah.
but to be
Really?
fair, because
But album has different moods.
That's what I'm saying.
So like you're happy to just go through
I want it all.
the different
Yeah,
moods
bro.
throughout that
Yeah.
trip. Interesting. I don't do that.
No, because I'm not even
I'm a
not even
playlist
changing
gal.
my mood.
Always.
I'm soaking it all in, bro. I was about to say taking it all. I'm soaking it.
But don't
all
you just
in.
want to enjoy the music sometimes? Like I just want to drive and just enjoy it, you know?
I
Yeah,
hate
you know what it is.
my
I think
I'm trying to
specifically
think.
with rap, it's easier to, or even melodic stuff. But it's like, it's easy to be like, I'm in the mood to listen to Pusha T,
yeah.
and so it's
I can
like
see that, yeah.
the variety within that. It's like I feel like listening to Pusha T, whereas you might be like, I feel like listening to love songs.
Yeah.
So
They
T
just
Pain and Miguel and what you know what I mean. It's
All
like,
of that,
but it's like I don't want to hear a T Pain album and then suddenly he's talking about a strip club song or something. You know, so yeah.
for love.
Exactly. Yes.
I can hear that.
That's
Yeah, I'm
true.
gonna have to sit there with that.
All right, your instant ramen becomes gourmet,
Okay.
like gourmet level every time you cook it,
Just bangs.
but you can never have fries again.
Chips, fries, huh?
Yeah. But every time you have your ramen, it's gourmet level. Like without any effort, you've got the
So
egg,
sorry,
you've
ramen.
got
So
the-
not like, not even just like mi goreng. Just
yeah,
ramen.
like mi goreng,
Any
ramen,
type of
whatever.
noodles,
yeah, any type of noodles.
I think I
love
can
me
skip
a
that.
good
Oh, you hate
Nando's
the noodles,
chips,
don't you?
man.
Oh yeah, this is weirdo, bro. You're
no,
actually childish.
No, this is what it is. There's two things.
I don't like the texture.
No.
Head ass.
No, this.
I can't take it.
Oh my
I can't take it.
Sorry, what's explain why?
No,
Why?
there's two things where I feel like I can't have anymore. Nutella
No.
and noodles. No,
Wow.
because
That's
every I
real.
used to have
that's
it
chocolate
every
milk
single.
combo. Yeah,
I used to have it every single day, bro. Like
Nutella sandwich, yeah.
bro. Nutella sandwich every
noodles-
single
and noodles
day.
for dinner.
Oh my
Mom was working.
Yeah, nah, that's the combo.
bro. The thing,
Bro, I started getting sexy with it, bro. I would have wicked wings in the noodles,
Oh
bro.
my God.
I
Wait,
feel
yeah,
like
They're not in it, like. You know, when you just start opening up.
bro.
All right, you want to know my fast? I have the noodles, and then when there's some soup, I get a piece of toast.
Bro, I'm not even lying, bro.
Suck it up, bro.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's
I
too
feel
far.
like-
It is too far. I wish my parents would have told me.
bro.
I feel like in a span of 5 years, I've consumed a lifetime
Yeah,
of
mad.
Nutella
Yeah.
and noodles.
Yeah.
So that's why.
That'll do it to you, bro.
That's why I've never touched that thing
Yeah.
again. Bro.
I'm, funny enough, I don't think I've had Nutella more than like 20 times in my life.
Yeah, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like
I had it
saying,
20 times in one day, bro.
That's crazy.
bro, man, I started doing triple decker sandwiches, bro, just to get going.
Wake up at 1 a.m.
I know you spread it like that too, bro. Not even on
The big spoon,
the bread is here too.
When you start pulling the bread,
Bro, the thing is ripping out. Oh my god.
that thing's dripping, bro. Oh.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, nah.
I'll go ramen, man. Yeah.
Sack is
Yeah.
Ramen, perfect ramen, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I could.
Give me them fries.
I do enjoy fries.
Yeah, give me them fries.
All right. All airport food becomes cheap and fire. Cheap and fire. But Uber Eats triples in price.
Hey,
Well, you see,
Nah.
I feel like I would have said the Uber, but because I'm not dabble more into the traveling,
He's a
give it
new
an airport
man.
food, bro.
For sure.
100%,
Nice and
bro.
cheap.
For sure.
wait, seriously?
I don't
Like, how
eat-
many
bro.
times are you spending at the airport?
Bro, every
and
time
how
I
much?
go.
How much money are you spending at the airport on food?
Too much
But
more
you
than I
telling me
need.
Uber
yeah,
Eats?
because like
Much more
I
than
just
I need.
want to spend when I'm in the airport.
Yeah. How many times?
Guys,
Because
And I can Uber Eats.
I've traveled more than
3
I've
times
used
a
Uber
year,
Eats,
yes.
bro. Do you
But
know?
also
Like,
to
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Nah.
Come on,
Like you can
man.
just drive to where you need to go.
Yeah, you fat ass. You know.
My bad.
All right, you can live in any TV universe, but you're just a background character.
Oh gosh.
And that's my life. Like I live
Yeah.
in there
Oh,
for.
that's live.
But you're just a background character.
Okay. Sure, would I even want to be on?
I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah. Just a background.
Your favorite show?
Yeah. Background character, bro. What kind of cuckolding is this, bro? I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm what, just to watch and then,
Yeah.
and
But
then you
listen,
have fun or something. right?
Yeah, like let's say like the main character's in a classroom and you're the guy that gives him a pencil.
Oh, God forbid. What kind of life have I?
You're not the main character, bro.
Oh, because we were even talking. Oh, Gemmo?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Okay, yeah.
No.
That was okay. We were talking of homie yesterday, and he was just talking about life and whatnot. And I'm like, yo, we have to realize we're the main character in our own life. Yeah. Because like sometimes you just step out of a situation and you go side of stage, and pep yourself up to get the lines right
Ready,
again.
yeah.
I was like, bro, that's because we think we're the main character. If I had
In
to
our
do up,
lives.
nah. I can't do it. No
I
matter what
agree.
show, bro.
I agree. Your team or your country wins every derby game or rival game, but you never make the finals.
Win every derby. That's a big game.
So let's say like every time Nigeria plays Ghana,
until-
Nigeria wins, but you never go to the finals. Of anything.
Oh, you know what? Nah, you guys can.
Damn, that's a
So if
hard
we
one.
don't take that though, we can
You make
win.
the finals, yeah.
Wait, but there's also
think you'd prefer
potential
to make
that
the finals
there's also
than win.
potential that you may not even make
Win
it.
the finals, but you've made it to the finals though.
No. Oh, sorry. I didn't even take this in context of being in the finals. You don't make it to the finals.
Oh, period.
Yeah, so
mean,
but every time you face them, you win.
Brother, we weren't doing that anyway.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you made the last.
I want to win and beat those eggheads every single time.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I am
Especially
taking,
a biggest rival. Yeah,
destroying the Black Stars every single time, bro.
Chai.
Yeah, man.
that might be the one.
Yeah.
That might be the
What
one.
you guys versus what, South Sudan versus Sudan?
Would that be the rivalry?
I was trying to think, is that the
That's the
rival?
rivalry.
Who's
is
the
it?
rival then? What,
You're so
Uganda?
racist.
Egypt?
Ooh, it might be Egypt. Chocolata Mugu Mugu, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm telling these guys.
It actually would be
It
Uganda,
might be-
wouldn't it?
Is it
Probably
Uganda?
Uganda.
I feel like Uganda kind of nice South Sudan more than they've heard.
But Egypt is nice too.
That's tough, bro.
Maybe, yeah.
Who's Iraq? Oh, America?
No, it's Kuwait, but
Okay.
we already beat them every time. So,
Wow. Come on now.
Oh, my days, bro.
all right. You live rent free in a city apartment,
Oh, give me that.
Okay. but your neighbors are all SoundCloud rappers. And they live that lifestyle. Think like Lil
lifestyle?
Pump style guys. The colored locks,
Oh, gosh.
the face tats, the partying.
What are they? Okay, yeah. What are they
Loud
doing?
music.
Cops, the loud music. They all, they got the stereos, and everyone thinks they can rap. And like, I was gonna say something I shouldn't say.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, mate.
Man.
but you're living rent free, CBD, Swanston Street,
I think I take the rent free.
and then at 4 a.m. you're hearing.
This beat is tough, bro.
That sounds like raw extinct.
Where did this torrential rain just
It
come
was
from?
happening before as well.
Goodness me.
yeah, that's alright. Damn, bro.
Sound, we good?
Oh man, I need a good night's sleep.
I don't think I could do it.
I feel like we think we could do it. I feel
But I
like 3
can't,
months, 3
yeah.
months in, you're probably
Yeah.
like, bro,
Yeah.
nah, give me peace, give me
I
quiet.
think that apartment is sexy in our minds, but we, like I was looking at it, yeah, we don't have a massive backyard, but we have a bigger than
Yeah, somewhere to
what they
breathe.
give now, right? These days.
Breathe.
I think I
wanna
like
breathe.
that. I want the option.
Having the
Yeah.
space.
Because I'm like, sure, you just use the parks if you live in an apartment or something, but nah, man. I think I would like, but paying rent.
Yeah,
Nah,
I was-
far
rent-
out, bro.
rent-free is-
Hey, man, give me a little pump. Give me a little pump, bro. Oh,
I think
come
3
on,
months is my
man.
max.
It's an AO episode, bro.
Last one. You can eat whatever you want without gaining any weight,
Oh, give me that already.
but everything always tastes a little bit off.
Yeah, these trade-offs, huh?
Goodness gracious.
It's a little bit off.
Like a little bit off. Like, let's say you eat as much ice cream as you want, but it always tastes a bit expired.
Oh.
Oh, bro, that's the worst.
Or like you have full as much as you want,
As
but it's always a
much
bit
as
too
you
salty.
You know what it is?
So you never hit. Basically.
In
You
the
never
way you
enjoy
know
your
it,
food.
it
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to.
This is the thing. I don't think I can take that trade-off.
I agree.
Because it's like the pee in the bed, that story, that little bedtime story we used to get told, and how she felt You guys never got told
It's
the
a
pee in the
guy.
bed? Oh, it's a guy?
It's a guy.
Okay. Whoever it
The
is.
jacket or something. I
Jack
don't
and the
know.
Beanstalk, Goofy.
Oh no.
There's like a pee at the bottom of
it
hella
is a girl.
mattresses.
It is a girl,
And then
yeah.
she feels
pea?
the pee. Yeah, like a little
Yeah,
pee,
a
a little
little
pee.
pee.
Like a pea. Snow pee.
PEA.
Yeah. Not a pea
And
drop.
then they
but-
I
try to do
thought- I
everything
thought
that
about
they
the
can
kid,
to get rid of it, adding
But
more
then
pillows.
that point,
Is this an African story?
no,
bro,
it's literally in like schools.
from the
books
Mount of
and
Caucasus.
stuff,
I didn't grow
right?
up
Like a titty, so what happens?
oh my gosh, you got something to tell me.
I didn't tell story.
There's a princess
I'm
or a
cozy.
queen. She's on a bed, but
Yeah.
there's a pee under it, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's not comfortable."
Okay.
So then they said, "Oh, fine. Here's another mattress. I'm still not comfortable."
Yes, I've seen the.
get
Princess and the
about-
pea.
Yeah, we get about 100 mattresses up, but because the force of it has just
Yeah.
gone all the way through. So I'm adding that all of that to say, if the meal
It's
is meant
not
to hit,
satisfactory.
I don't.
Would
think,
you realize eating is actually about being fulfilled, not about being
That's what it is. Yeah.
filled?
Well,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
apparently there's a lot of stuff on the genetic something. People were talking about. I think you were even saying it even too around the sugar, and how sugar,
Bro, I am
like the amount of
I'm
sugar
on
that's
a-
been in our food, it's tied it to like it's the. Oh no,
Bro,
say the sugar
I'm
thing.
on
of the-
I'm on a wavelength of learning about food in general, but sugar specifically. Like my TikTok's constantly showing me all this insulin and insulin resistant stuff, right? And this doctor was saying, she was like,
Not the
sugar.
subtle foreshadowing, bro. That's painful, bro.
Yeah.
Why does it
Yeah,
just tell us this, bro?
I don't know.
Far out, man.
But basically, this doctor's saying, she's like, sugar addiction is so bad, especially like refined sugars and stuff. To the like, it's worse than a cocaine addiction kind of thing, because we don't realize that sugar in the blood is called diabetes. Sugar in a child's brain is called ADHD. Sugar in an adult's brain is called dementia, right? Sugar, like, and she was going through all these different things, and you're like, oh my God, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. That's scary. I don't want, and she's like, all of it is just related to too much consumption of sugar. Hardest thing to like break from, all that kind of stuff. And it's like all the easier to grab stuff as a kid, you know, your Nutellas and all this kind of stuff. It's just loaded with all this sugar, and it's like, bro, this is
crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's bad.
And I was saying, like, we don't realize just how much it's been in our food. And I think it was a dietitian I was like talking to, not for like my personal reasons, but I should be ashamed about that. But they were saying how like sugar and what it does in the brain in terms of the same firings for like drug dependency is like there's like similarities.
It's just dopamine hits, right?
Yeah, and the similarities in the areas of the brain that fires where people who are addicted and get the hit from something. It's the same thing with like what sugar can do when you consume it.
Yeah.
I was like, freak, bro. Like we actually get addicted to the taste of sugar. And we think of sugar as like sweet as well, but like just in terms of flavor to stuff too.
Yeah.
So you can eat something that is not like it's good for you, but it just doesn't taste as good because we've been so used to
sugar,
that.
You know what's
The taste.
level.
Yeah, what's so interesting is when I was in the States, 3 years ago now? Damn.
Shit.
I didn't enjoy anything sweet there because it's too
Too
sweet.
much? Yeah.
But for them, that's the standard. And so they'd come here and they'd be like, oh, that chocolate doesn't taste too good.
Crazy.
Right?
Everything feels healthier to them
Yeah.
when they come here. It's like, nah, dog, there's one
Fresh.
star on that.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. Wow. But that's just what we've been existing for the longest. Now that we're on a little health grind kind of
about
thing,
to
we've been
say.
trying it. Today, oh my gosh, I was so angry. Because I'm trying to do also, every time you were saying count your macros, I had no idea what you were talking about.
That's okay.
Because I was like, oh, I'm trying to like, I said I was going to carb count. And I think that's what I said. Or,
Yeah, you said carb count.
But I meant like calorie count. Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, you're going to count your macros. I'm like, yeah. I had no idea what this guy was talking about. And then today I did it. So obviously you have your protein, your fats, your sugars.
Yeah.
I'm doing the or carbs rather, calculations to figure out how many, calories is in each thing. Bro, and I said I'm trying to do a particular deficit every day. Far out. When I said I've got my bank is empty for the rest of the day, just from 2 pieces of toast and this wheat big cereal, bro. I'm packed. I was like, what have I been eating all this time? And then my sister replied, she's like, yo, I didn't even clock it that I've been eating like 1,800 calorie breakfast regularly.
Don't do it like that. You said 1,200.
Oh, I thought you said 1.8. Whoops. I mean, they look great now. They've locked in and done all this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo,
bro, but
I've
the thing
been
is,
doing this.
We don't know. I think somebody was saying this. Far out. I'm gonna forget. I can't remember who it was. So I don't remember what their background, like, as in their traditional dish was. But they were saying like, we unknowingly will have like 2,500 calories at lunch. Yeah. Just because.
Yeah.
You have to get the dish now, though, man. Could it have been Indian?
Was
it biryani?
I think it was salsa.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like, was I there? I was there, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was at Tribby. Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, but you just don't, and there's this thing amongst all ethnics where we're just like, if it's at home, it's healthy.
Yeah,
it tastes so good.
Because it does, but that's not the debate. The debate's not whether it tastes good or not. It's whether it is good or not in those quantities.
Is it a portion
In terms
thing?
of health, yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's certain things where it's like, there's a reality of being a human where you're like, okay, I need to eat a good amount.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so if I'm going to have a portion that is within my macronutrient calories, it's like I'm going to end up eating nothing. So it's like then you're actually like, this is not a good thing to eat.
That's how dense this munch actually is. Oh, bro, but I couldn't, bro, some pounded yam right now with some F4 Rero, bro. Like,
yeah, that just sounds
You're big back, bro.
Hey, man, I'm trying to unfat my mind. Guys,
Yeah,
right? It's a process.
literally.
It's a process.
But I think when you
Bro.
start calculating at first, you sort of get used to
You're
how
shocked.
much.
You are shocked though, at how
at
much
first-
everything
at first
is.
Like,
Well, okay, and then that has that much carbs, and that has that, and you don't realize fruits have so much carbs and all that kind of
like
stuff.
We're not supposed to be calculating like daily. We don't have to. Yeah,
I
it's
think-
only if you're on a health.
I think you
conscious-
learn.
I
I think
think
you
it's good.
understand.
I think
Yes,
what
you
happens
learn,
is you
yeah.
end up going like you. The aim is you just become aware of food.
Mm.
It's like this is what I'm fueling myself with.
like banana versus like eggs or this versus that. You're like, yeah, that's a heavy breakfast and high calorie breakfast versus a, low calorie. It just sort of gives you an idea of how these things work.
Frying eggs, boiling eggs. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Bro,
Egg yolk, whatever it is.
Egg whites,
Egg whites, yeah.
Normally, I put a little bit of honey because I don't want to use sugar. So I use natural honey instead. I put honey on like cereal or yogurt instead, trying to be healthy. I mean, you never put sugar on yogurt, but I put honey. So this morning,
bro.
I made the breakfast. Yeah, I put the Weetabix, the banana, calculate all that, and I was like, oh, how many calories is in the honey?
The thing is as well, it's like this is
astronomical.
Yeah.
You can have trade-offs, you know what I mean?
Trade these, bro. I wanted to eat. I don't put no honey, bro.
Oh my god!
Because you are sweet. Is that what?
Well, it just looks pretty, bro. Like, you just with a honey on it, bro.
Because
But that's where also, like, for example, now we're just doing fat asses doing health tips. But like that's where it's like you start having your cereal with almond milk instead. It's way healthier, But then it's like
I can get
skim milk.
Honey. Yeah, no, it was skim. It was skim.
Yeah, I was gonna say
really
I run it with skim milk.
It was really skim, bro. But that thing, when I put the honey, it was gonna. I had no more
It's because a
food.
lot of the honey that we buy is actually just artificial. So it's actually full of sugar.
Oh god!
Yeah, man.
Interesting stuff.
I was gonna say on this then. We watched something today around this health stuff, which is, and it was a video we referenced
Time ago,
episodes ago. Yeah, quite a bit ago around Mr. Beast. He locked him. He put a friend in like the typical stuff he does, where it's like you can't leave this circle until X. So he had a friend. I think was he? What was his background? Do you know?
Arabic.
Was he? Yeah, I was trying to figure out what
Lebanese or Syrian,
Yeah,
probably.
maybe. But put his friend into this like circle space, like a precinct area, and then there was a house. And the goal was you can't leave this circle until you lose 100 pounds.
Pretty much 50 kilos, 48 kilos.
Yeah, around about. Which is damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, which is a lot.
bro.
Yeah.
So say you can't leave this circle or this facility until you lose 100 pounds, and he can do it. I think it was maybe he only had a year max to get it done. But I think if he leaves the circle, then the whole challenge is off. And if he wins and does it, he gets 250,000 USD, which is, my goodness,
a
the
lot of
bread
money.
fast would have been
I think I'll get like
fantastic.
450 or something.
So the guy's in there.
But at every
Oh, yeah,
weigh-ins,
yeah.
there's challenges where you can add money to
Yes,
his
yes,
total.
yes.
Yeah.
So there was like, it was kind of, it was
Push-up
actually really
challenge,
sick.
like a walking with a bunch of weights essentially challenge.
Yeah. How much money can you carry?
All that
And then,
kind of
you
stuff,
Take
yeah.
all the money, a hanging like
Yeah.
challenge, a chin-up challenge, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, wow.
And it was, bro. The video, I encourage people to just watch it in general because the wholesome reason is
Yeah.
throughout, and let me not like
Yeah.
spoil that. But
Obviously, I had a coach as well.
he had a coach in there as well. It was an interesting project. At first, people were saying Mr. Beast is like Squid Games, because he's just playing around with people for money. Because you remember he did the Beast Games, and then that's when he was talking about, I've got a person locked up right now. I've got a cop and a criminal locked up. I've got this person locked up. I've got this friend underground. You know what I mean? And everyone was like, yo, this guy's actually just like playing his sick, twisted games.
Yeah.
But money is the motivator, bro.
Bro,
Yes, it really
I
is.
realized
Money is the
this not
motivator.
10,000. This is like over 100,000.
Life-changing.
$250,000.
he ends up walking away with a lot.
He ends up walking away with
400 plus.
410, I think.
Yeah.
By the end of it, yeah. So he lost the kilos. He lost 100 pounds, more than 100 pounds actually, like maybe 100 and something.
Yeah, I saw that. Wow.
Walks away $410,000. That, if I've ever seen a motivator, that's one. Crazy stuff.
It is mad how much like money just is a motivator. Because even I was like, I would happily be locked in and know that I could do these challenges and it's whatever and whatnot. And if someone sent me this goal, but the idea of just having to work to it for the sake of just strictly being better.
That's what I was gonna say.
You
This
know?
is actually
It's not enough.
working
It's
towards
not.
being better. It's not like this is detrimental to your health.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Like this is a good thing.
it's a good thing. It's not like stay awake for 48 hours. 72 hours. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
like this should have positive impacts on your life.
It does
after
have
this,
positive,
and
yeah.
you get 400 bags.
and you get 400 bags. Like,
but
yeah,
the 400 bags is what made him lock in finally.
Yeah.
Of course.
Bro, and it's just even watching. I was like, bro, to actually see someone's like life change,
Visibly.
like physically, like them, but then bread too. You can't say anything wrong. Like I actually tried to figure out what is the bad thing you can say about this.
About the content?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Nothing's wrong with it.
yeah.
I'm
It's-
sure
it's-
people would have said
If
something.
someone will
People-
find something always.
people
They're just
losers.
mad that they can't do that or that
Yeah.
they haven't been invited by
Yeah.
Mr. Beast there.
Yeah.
Bro, is he the greatest Christian content creator?
He is. I want to be selected for something. I know he wouldn't because I think they only do like US citizens and
Nah,
stuff.
there was an international
is there?
casting call or something I think I saw
wow.
at one point, which we should have done.
Send it through, yeah. Jeez.
I don't know, just the wall trying to get our own money, the long way.
No.
Bro,
To check it out.
crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually proper madness, bro. Do you guys think you could do it?
Dude, that challenge?
That challenge,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, easy. Easy.
Like, I mean, you don't have 100 pounds.
I was gonna say you wouldn't lose anything from your life.
Okay.
If you lost 100 pounds. If you lost 100 pounds.
What if it was like you have to become knowledgeable in like a certain thing? So it's like you have books.
good.
Oh, and then you
here's
get an
some books,
exam.
This is good.
and then you get an exam at the end, and you have to like get a certain score. So it's like
Okay, yeah.
I reckon I
you've got to
could.
learn science or something.
Yeah, I reckon I could.
Maths, Yeah, you would
Yeah.
lock
This is
in.
the thing, yeah?
Yeah.
Because the guy was away for about 160 days, was it?
Yeah.
So that's what, 5 months and a bit, right?
Sorry, that's mad when you realize he lost 50 kilos in 5 months.
5 and a bit months, yeah. I'll say maybe 6 months, we'll just round it out.
But also when you realize that he only needs to work out no more than 3 hours a day.
No more.
Crazy.
Where do I find that time?
No, like even that he's locked up there.
Yeah. There's nothing else
Yeah.
happening.
Like he
Yeah.
can't run all
Yeah,
day.
what else are you doing?
That's
You're not
all his
doing
bills
anything else.
covered as well.
Exactly.
Madness, bro. Because it's 6 months, if we're doing the learn something one, if you don't complete that challenge,
You're dumb.
you're dumb, but the payoff is not the same as like you didn't lose 100 pounds, but you lost 80. Yeah? You didn't get the money, but you've lost 80 pounds. You know what I mean? So you're still glad that you're 35 kilos lighter. Like you've done
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
You've done
yeah,
your
yeah,
healthier.
yeah,
Yes.
I've read book
and I'm not gonna use it. I'm not getting a degree. I'm not.
If after 6 months I don't get the money and all I do is read books, nah. That's madness, bro. That's actually crazy.
Gosh, yeah.
That's mad, bro. What's the topic you think you'd lock in then for that?
So something you got to study for?
Yeah.
I think I could do anything political.
Interesting. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
like historical political. I could definitely lock in on that.
Because there's like narrative to that. Anything
Yes,
with
I think
story,
anything
you
with
can-
story,
yeah.
I'm good at, and I can remember well as well,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
names
yeah,
and things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. What do you say?
I actually don't know.
Finished.
Because I would want it to be something that I'm really interested in as well.
Yeah.
Because if you're not interested in it, then it's gonna be a shite time.
Finished.
I feel like I got to go health related.
All right,
Yeah.
I get it, bro.
No, because I'm also trying to figure out
I don't have 100 pounds to
what
lose,
could also
bro.
be beneficial.
Yeah.
You know, because you're gonna walk away with.
Oh, like
Think-
if you're
think-
gonna be here and if you don't
That's
pass, at least I
true.
got something.
I'm gonna pass. First of all.
Okay.
But it's like I've also walked away with so much knowledge, and I can apply that straight away. Like, let's say I didn't know macros, but I do. But let's say if I
I don't know
didn't,
why he's pointing at me.
now I can understand. Okay, how much grams of protein should I be consuming if I want to do this? You know what I mean? So it's like
feel
I'm
ya,
learning
I
those
feel ya.
things.
Yours is boring. Yours is boring.
Don't you also those beneficial to you?
I hear it, man. I actually think I'd test myself and try to go science. Something in the science space, bro. Like biology.
We knew that. I said we knew that.
Yeah, I figure you got
Yours is
science.
boring.
Yeah, man. I was gonna say then on this with the what people do for money, and even in now with the political stuff that you're
Yes.
talking about. Then, this is probably even the last one in the time span that we got for these people.
We really dragged it out for you guys. We found a way to do another episode of content.
Somehow, bro.
We love you guys.
Professionals. There was some interesting stuff throughout the week that we saw popping up around the conflicts going on in Middle East right now, but also America's involvement, all this kind of stuff. But even I want to narrow in on the convo with Tucker Carlson. And what's the guy's name? I feel like do you know?
Ted Cruz.
Ted
Ted
Cruz?
Cruz?
Yeah.
Oh, that was an interesting convo, bro.
Interesting conversation.
Yes.
Should not have been aired.
I'd be surprised if Ted Cruz's team didn't do everything they could to stop them from airing it.
Sure, but borderline almost looks like it's on purpose. Like
be aired?
in some sick, weird way. I don't know what.
Yeah, I guess for Tucker Carlson, it's like these are crazy. It's like I know I'm going to get crazy views for this. I know every clip is going to do millions around. I know because he's got his own network now, right?
Tucker Carlson.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a thing as well. All these guys, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, whatever. It's like as soon as they get kicked out of the Fox or whatever those like super right leaning networks and spheres are, it's like suddenly they all seem to have a backbone and
You gotta start,
morality
you gotta
comes
have your own
back. and-
platform.
yeah, but it's like it's interesting how it's like suddenly they have these very balanced and
Views,
Yeah, like I'm not against it at all, but it's like it's interesting that suddenly things seem very different.
I mean, because
right?
this is what I was gonna say in line with the money thing. It's like, oh, clearly, like because you had a big mummy giving you.
Did
the
someone
money.
give context?
Oh,
Yeah,
we'll get into
we
it.
will.
Okay.
I'm
They're
saying
not
like
following.
for your Candace and your Tucker, the people that have.
Well,
lived-
can I? The money has always been the motivator then.
yeah, exactly.
Because it's when I was at thing, I realized how good my paycheck was. I'll act however, right? And then once I realized, having my own business is much better money, then it's I'll act maybe however, maybe how I want to act,
Yeah.
right? But it's
whatever it
also
is
the
that
money's
brings
the
the most.
motivator,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
You think money is the motivator or freedom to say whatever is the motivator?
Okay,
think so.
now this is where we'll add the context then. So like Candace
yeah.
Owens and Tucker Carlson being people who we've typically just not wanted to agree with in terms of what they say, I think. Quite polarizing in
Yeah.
certain
Yeah,
opinions and
yeah.
also a little bit, how would I call it? A little bit like right-leaning in the way they were presenting convos most times.
yeah,
If that's fair.
Yeah.
And then now, not being on particular networks where they are the star that's brought on for
Like
a
the
particular
mainstream
purpose,
type of-
and in
yeah.
mainstream traditional media.
Yeah.
Now having their own independent kind of avenue of creating content.
Yeah.
We see that they've moved a little bit more central, or just a little bit more nuanced and balanced. in
Yeah,
the
I think
conversations
that's
that
the
they
main
have.
thing. It's like
Yeah,
they
'cause don't
suddenly
change-
seem willing to have these conversations. And obviously, this is not the whole point of the discussion, but it's like when it comes to it, it's like suddenly they seem willing to have these conversations that they didn't seem this nuanced about previously.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's where you go, okay, maybe it was whatever network or whatever it was telling you, you can't say this, you can't say that. And to be fair, I don't know how I'd act for it when it, you know, if I'm
check.
got these $1 million deals and whatever and all this kind of stuff. Haven't been in that position, can't say that I'd be completely different, you know? But it just seems really different. Now, when it comes to the Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz thing, it's like, so basically Ted Cruz is a senator. He had also ran for president. Am I thinking of somebody else? Can you check if Ted Cruz also ran for president?
I'll do it. Yeah, go.
But anyway, so Ted Cruz is senator. He also is the son of an evangelist. And he goes on Tucker Carlson's show. Tucker Carlson is a Christian, and he's a journalist. And he basically, one of the clips comes out from their interview, and it's basically Ted Cruz going like, the Bible gives a promise that whoever agrees with Israel will be blessed, and I want to be on the blessed side, right? And Tucker Carlson just dissects all his thinking around that, right? And then he asks him questions that like are very simple, but Ted Cruz has no answers for. So like things like, what is the population of Iran? Right? And he's like, I don't know. Why does it matter? And
Crazy.
And he's like, I don't know, probably. And he's like, I don't know. And he's like, do you know what it is? And he's like, yeah, 92 million.
What was
Right.
the second question? There was a follow up to that as
There
well.
was several-
There were several who just couldn't answer.
Yeah, there was quite a few, and I think it was just like this.
I mean, on the why does it matter one, even quickly, he was like, well, you don't know the population of the country that we're potentially planning on, bombing, invading? Like, what do you mean? Why does it matter?
Yeah, it's like this is a country that you're saying has threatened to kill the president.
Yeah.
Right, and so it's like it's really important. It really
nothing
matters. All this kind of stuff. So it's just this very interesting engagement. And I think that's where there's been all these funny moments in, like your Tucker Carlson's, Candace Owens, Piers Morgan's, where a lot of people
Piers Morgan too, yeah.
of
Yeah.
kind of, I would say, centrist to what's it called, socially left leaning, have kind of gone, I kind of agree with you guys sometimes, you know? And it's like, sometimes I think you're weird. Sometimes I kind of like you. And which I think is the healthiest position for us to all to be in. I never want to agree with someone just because I like them. I never want to disagree with someone just because I don't like them. I think that's very weak.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting. And I think it's also sparked this whole other dialogue online of like Christian support of Israel. And like that whole thing just being kind of dissected into like, yo, what is the actual history behind this? What is making people actually feel this level of allegiance and what's the word? Like religious duty
That's the best
to
way
having this stance when it comes to things. And yeah, it's very interesting.
There was that one clip that's going viral of the guy. I forgot what his name is now. Oh my
Defiance?
goodness! But the Defiance.
I
is
said
the
that to my
TikTok
sister,
post.
and then she had put it
I
up.
saw she
and
put it up
everyone,
too. Yeah. And it was a really nice breakdown because that's exactly what I've always held as a position.
Yeah.
So hearing it articulated in that way is like, okay, so I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Like in the stance. And I think I was gonna say something around the I think what hurts or annoys me the most sometimes is when I see when you got your own out in public, like someone that, like, let's say, I don't know if it's your sibling, you don't want your sibling to embarrass themselves out in public for the world to see. You know what I mean? Nor do you want to embarrass your sibling for the world to see, that kind of stuff, yeah? When I see like Christians just ruining the PR of what is an amazing, what is meant to be and has been historically and sometimes not, a amazing force.
Good news.
Good news, the gospel, bro. A good force in this world, producing good things and good fruit. When you see people ruining the PR of that amazing establishment, that sounds bad. That makes it sound like an organization. You just want to cower and put your head in the sand. I'm like, you're ruining it. Bro. You're absolutely ruining it. So even specifically on this Israel and then the Christian support side of it, people can go watch that clip or even form their own opinions for themselves. But I think this specific clip, it brought about the real interesting part of like bringing the political, geopolitical rather, like the fact that there's a location and then now political stance, bringing that argument into the church, you're misconstruing this thing. And misconstruing what the heart of like that verse is talking about. Like, I think Tucker was even asking, what do you call it?
He's like, do you think that Israel of the Bible is the same Israel?
Yeah. Do you
that
think
is,
we're talking about Netanyahu?
Like, do we have to agree with the government?
Yes, yeah.
And their decision making.
And it's just a very interesting, blind, dazed kind of attitude that I guess you see. And sadly, it does come from a lot of Christians, I think, attitude in terms of just, blindly supporting. It doesn't even have to, support is not even necessarily the issue, but a lack of being able to call
as
out.
Crazy as if like, I believe everything Jesus says. So when I meet a Mexican guy called Jesus, I just believe what he says.
That's a bit madness. Yeah, because it's like, is it solely because we have a nation that happens to have a biblical name? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here.
That's
support.
Can't touch him.
Bro. It's just it's embarrassing sometimes, man. And I think it ruins the opportunity or the experience for some people within this within Christianity for that.
I mean, are Christians being forced to take that stance though?
Nah, not being,
Is it a thing
no
of
one's
like,
forcing
okay,
anyone.
now show what you've been believing in all this time and take a stance and believe what your Bible says? Or is it like they're just coming out?
You know what it is? You know what it is? People love to, and I might say this in like the phrase might not work, but it makes sense in my head. When it comes down to being able to represent yourself, people love to major in the most like minor things that get you, that they think, like they think the minors are the majors, if that makes sense. Like the things that you can do, like the particular stances that you think are uber that side that you take, and it reflects that I'm strong, I'm standing strong kind of thing. Like people love to take on those type of things. And that's why we have these issues where it's like people are so headstrong on, it's hard though, because it's like there's still a need for a stance and a standard for things. But like you see people going all the way when it comes to abortion with now they don't have compassion or empathy. All the way when it comes to the gender issue and whatnot. All of that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, bro, but you have zero ability to love your neighbor. You have not been grateful for the past 17 years of your life.
Yeah.
You are holding unforgiveness
Against
your
your
heart
brother.
against your brother for 25 years, but that's just life. It's like, are you all right? You're clearly not
the
looking
stance
at the
you
mirror
wanna
that the
take,
Bible's meant to be in your life. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing there. And I'm like, I feel like that's why people think that people think that they have to do that to prove something in that sense there.
Sure.
So it's a weird, techie, interesting one in that sense there, man. I don't know. So I just look at it, I'm like, far out, man. The way, and I think America does it the worst, obviously, when it comes to how they put politics is in their churches there, especially in the evangelical side of things.
Yeah, they make it known.
They make it known. So like seeing Teddy get washed by Tucker Carlson was not on my books. 2025.
That was embarrassing, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, because then
Embarrassing.
other
I was like,
clips
this is
came
not
out as
interviews.
well.
There was one
Other-
even with, and then bro, it's funny when the Avengers unite. Candace reacts to
Yeah,
Tucker.
I was about to get a reaction.
Bro. Candace is 50 Cent. You
Yo,
don't want her on your ass.
Instigator.
You don't want Candace on your ass.
Bro.
It's like, this is what I've been saying.
Fam, when she crazy when she reacted to this particular clip where he's like, oh, why are we doing this? It's like, because my Bible tells me to do so. He's like, oh, so you just brought theology into this? Are you
Where in the no? He says where in the Bible is it?
Where in the Bible?
Where in the Bible does it say that those who bless Israel and he's like, need to open up my book.
He's like, so are you telling me that a politician who is giving us, even when he breaks the news by accident on America striking, when America had it,
he handled that.
when
So he's like,
America
this is
hadn't
really serious.
said
This is
it yet?
breaking news.
we don't live in real times.
So this is where I'm again. Please listen to the audio only version of episode 300
For more context.
for
guys.
like the 300 1.0. But like what we were saying was like, bro, this is so dystopian. Like you're right. Like as in, why is there some some guy that's not the president, not the vice president, not the whatever, that's doesn't know what he's saying.
Like, why were you allowed?
That's
to
revealing news that wasn't actually true and
at the
became
time?
true.
Yeah.
This is
Because you know what this is? This is this is Drake and Kendrick having beef. And then one of not even Drake's close circle, yeah? Just someone from Toronto.
from Toronto. Someone's cousin.
Someone's cousin from Toronto gonna go and try to back his crody
Yeah.
and spraying up Kendrick's tour bus.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Who sent you, bro?
Yeah.
You didn't have the credentials for this big man. And now you've just it's mad. And it's like in what world or what time are we ever gonna live in where politicians will be on here doing up chatty patty? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? When there's real lives at stake. Like, this is crazy stuff, bro.
Yeah. Politicians though, humans have never been good, have we? I don't think so.
Certain times, but overall,
Because
I think
sometimes
there's
you
always-
read some of the statements
From
that just like politicians throughout history have said, and you're like, I was watching a video and Winston Churchill had said something about let me remember what to. He said there is no apology owed to the blacks of Australia
Goodness gracious.
and to the something of another region because they were defeated by a better race. Right?
Pardon?
Yeah. And like this is obviously, what, 50, 60 years ago? More, probably. But it's just like, I don't think politicians have ever been good. I don't think
I
they've
need
ever
to
been
find
good.
this Winston Churchill one.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's a legit statement.
Mad.
how do you get to the point where that's like your mindset?
Yeah.
Well, that was a statement that was put out, or was
Yeah.
like said behind
But
closed
Winston
doors?
Churchill's like,
known for that.
no, he's known as this great.
You want me to read
leader
it?
And all this. Yeah, go for it.
He goes, and it's apparently not a direct quote, but is kind of still attributed to him or the sentiment at the time. He said, I do not apologize for the takeover of the region by the Jews from the Palestinians. In the same way, I don't apologize for the takeover of America by the whites from the Red Indians or the takeover of Australia from the blacks. It is natural for a superior race to dominate an inferior one. He goes on to say, I do not admit, for instance, that a great wrong has been done to the Red Indians of America or the black people of Australia. I do not admit that a wrong has been done to these people by the fact that a stronger race, a higher grade race, a more worldly wise
Yeah.
race, to put it that way, has come in and taken their place.
That's
Goodness
crazy.
me. Like, you know what it is?
That is crazy.
As well,
to say.
he said that, you're like, far out, bro. Bang him up.
Okay.
Then he comes in with the second half. Oh, snap. Okay, bet. Okay, so you're cool. This is not good. Then he just doubles down. Far out, bro. That's a crazy thing to say.
Interesting.
And it's like, that's not even one of the worst things that people in
Oh, yeah,
have
no.
been able to say. Yeah. I was even saying that it's just wild how, I think I wrote it down as well.
You guys seen what's happening in Kenya as well, by the way?
Yeah,
I was hearing some stuff.
the government is just
Like the protests against police brutality there.
Crazy, bro.
they just shot some random
Bro, that one
yeah, I
is
saw
so,
that,
and he
yeah.
lived.
Oh,
Yeah.
word.
Oh,
They
yeah,
shot him
lived,
in the head
yeah,
and he
yeah.
lived.
Goodness.
But he's,
But it's like,
I think they said
the brain.
that's so crazy. Too much of his brain matter left, so that he's gonna be, very different person forever.
yeah.
But like, yeah,
They just swept that to the side. Yeah,
it's messed up.
that's mad, bro.
yeah.
And I guess it's crazy because like the fact that we can see it more doesn't almost, it's meant to change something,
That's
but
the
it doesn't
thing.
help.
Yeah, we just see more.
I think you're just more informed.
And then to
That's about it.
sometimes you feel like to do what?
I think that's the thing. You're more informed and you see more, but you know you can do nothing about it. So you actually feel more anxious and upset and all these big emotions about something I can do nothing about. Also, we talk about that on the other episode.
Far out.
Is that how you
I'm
feel?
ruined.
Maybe in the moment, but then
Well, as soon as I like do the full circle of thought and I go, I can't do anything about it, I'm like, nah, then I can't do anything about it.
sometimes that could be like just 1 minute.
Yeah. The circle can be a minute.
So it doesn't.
But then, bro, at the rate of which things are happening, you get that 1 minute cycle like 3 times a day.
Every time you
I
open
don't
your
know,
phone.
10 times a week.
And then sometimes it gets to a point where you don't even have that anymore. You just hear it.
Yeah,
Damn.
and that's what I'm saying about the days of what's going on.
Yeah.
It's cooked. I was thinking about how we need to get all these politicians off social media platforms. We don't need them on any of these anymore. Australia needs to, I was gonna say needs to get a backbone, but we're in a position that we cannot ever get one.
I don't think we don't have a population.
We're moving neutral with this whole Iran US thing, and then it's just come out now that we've moved away from that neutral stance.
So we're US.
Yeah, we're back in the Yankees. Team US. Yeah. So I'm looking at that like far out. Even our country.
That's okay. So
We're in
the
a-
really complicated thing with the Iran thing is that Iran's leadership is genuinely really bad. Like it's genuinely really bad. Like a lot of like Middle Eastern nations don't actually have power. So it's like they might be bad to their own people, but they don't have the power to be bad to anyone else.
Yeah.
Right? So Iraq's one of those countries. I mean, and like really, if Iraq's one of those countries which has 45 million, 50 million people, then it's like all the other ones have smaller populations, right? And so it's like no one else, I mean, other than maybe Saudi Arabia has some power, Iran has power in the Middle East, right? So it's like, but Iran is genuinely really bad. So they had a Shah, which was the previous thing, which is just their word for king. And then it became presidency, and the presidency was full like Islamic revolution that happened in the 70s, right? But they took over so violently from the king, and it was like anything that was not, because like, you know, here when you meet people and you ask them where you're from, they go, I'm Persian. It's because they don't want to identify with Iran the way that it is right now, right? So they like anything that was not Islamic in nature was like axed out of society, so much so that there's this one like turning point. I think it's called the Rex Cinema Fire, where there was like 450 people in a theater and they just went and burnt it while everyone was inside, right? I'm pretty sure like 300 plus people died or whatever it was. But it was just like, that's how violent it was.
Yeah, I saw
and
some
then
people
it
talking
became
about
this extremely Islamic society by force, right? Whereas
Middle East in general.
Iran is not that country. Like, as in, historically, Iran is like the one that is like, well, my parents talk about it when they were young. They're like, yo, the Persian girls would come through with the mini skirts and the whatever. They're like, they would make us look like
holy
dweebs,
before.
bro. Like they were like, they made us look like losers. Like
Not
the
the
guys were
baddies.
cool and handsome. The music was whatever. Shiraz is a region in Iran, right? So it's like that's how much that it's like it's a region known for wine. You know, so it's like that's how much the nation changed. And so it's like the actual ideologies of the country are very bad. And it's like that's where it's this weird thing now where I'm like, with all this stuff happening, you're like, I just have to stand so like, I just don't want war to happen.
Undo.
Because they're the kind of country that's like, oh, we'll take it there.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll take it there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think the recent developments,
And of course the people are just people, innocent.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't
they
get
just
caught
get
in
caught up
the
with
crossfire.
it. Apparently, they're meeting with Russia, with Putin.
Because this is the thing. At the end of the day, Iran,
'Cause that's what they said, it's
Iran
like,
can do nothing.
No, this is what
But
they
if-
said. The foreign minister
But if
like,
Russia gets
this was say, yeah, tomorrow, in the morning,
Not the
we
accent.
have a very good meeting with our good friend Putin.
it's not funny, guys.
No, sorry, it's not funny.
No, but I'm saying like everything's coming out like far out, bro. What's next? In the
But it'd
next
be
episode,
interesting to
bro?
see
Just calm
what the
down.
conversation is, because obviously Russia is, and people are saying like Russia, they can barely handle Ukraine, right? So
Oh,
what are
well,
they-
I mean, no. What the thing is, it's getting too
Yeah.
political. It's not even a political part. But because of the war of what's been going on with Ukraine, even Russia's kind of not even in the position to even try to back them like that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
So
like
America
it's-
is really
it's like
big
you're
daddy.
you're gonna go to these guys in which they can't even do anything because their hands is tied
Crazy.
up, and the resource tied up with Ukraine. They
Yeah.
can't even come to support you guys. So
Somebody was explaining this. I need to look into it better, but they were saying America's in this weird position right now where they're everybody's king and everybody's cock at the same time. Right? And so, because it's like they owe so much money, they have all these kind of things, but then they have so much power, they have so much weaponry, they have so much all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's like, and this was Trump's whole thing with a lot of these tariffs and things. It's like, yo, we can't create our own submarines. We can't create our own this. We can't create our own planes with all this kind of stuff. It's like they actually can't really have major issues with a lot of. It's very interesting, like all this kind of stuff. I just want to go on holidays. I just want to go on. I just want to be able to travel, bro. I really want to see Vietnam.
Our people's need a lot. America's not ever had a successful war.
I mean, they had a successful internal war.
Goodness gracious. I mean, yeah, we got some votes out of that.
Yeah.
Like voting powers. But they've never had, Vietnam War was not successful for them. Afghanistan is the biggest catastrophe. Like,
Yeah, Afghanistan and Iraq's just
Iraq,
crazy.
yeah.
Vietnam is crazy.
So we just look
Hey,
at
man,
this
we don't-
all
we
like
don't-
this
we don't
world
want
we
it.
live in is the Bible don't play, bro. The heart of man is what is it? Evil and deceitfully wicked or something. Who can know it, bro? Madnesses have been going down, man. I think it's a funny time for young adult or anyone in general, but us that are people trying to make life
Yeah,
life work and
like
make
it's
life
starting to
happen.
feel like will we be here at 60?
Hey guys, hopefully we're good here down under. Let's just hope so, and not get
Nah,
involved
we
in
know.
any
So at
of
the end of the life is
this.
good, man. God,
Let's see me chilling with penguins in Antarctica.
You can't even go there, bro.
That's French territory.
Bro, you try to get there,
Part of that is France.
Navy people pull up on you. Bro, who owns this place?
I don't like this.
They're saying there's some secrets. There's probably something going on there. Because there were some Aussies actually that tried to send it.
Oh, no way.
Banging it down. Just like it's down the highway or something. Just banging it. Big Air Force kind of Navy
No
boat
way.
pull up on them. Turn back.
Oh, snap.
way.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
doing
bro.
something over there, bro.
Interesting.
Crazy times, man.
Wow.
Hey, be safe, man.
But in all of that, you get TDE. Like in all of the midst of this, there's solace.
Would we do a TDE and Friends even if World War III was on?
I mean, yeah. No, wait. Oh, TDE and Friends. I was thinking episode. Last hurrah. Why not?
Yeah.
Last hurrah.
Yeah.
Nah, man. The people need it, bro. We
TDE
need
and
some.
Friends. The F off.
You gotta have fun.
This guy's lost his brain. But at the end of the day, man, God is still good, and we spread
Facts.
joy,
Amen.
and we spread the hope, because that's how you live and get through each day. 'Cause
Pushing positivity.
bro.
Who was that?
It was the lawyer, wasn't it? For Young Thug, potentially, or am I tripping
Pushing
out?
positivity.
feel like it was.
Push your P.
Yeah, man. Because if you can focus on this too much, your head is gone. Your head can be lost, bro.
That's it, man. That's
There's-
Very
there's
much
sweetness,
so.
bro. I think that's as much as we can give.
That
it,
is
bro.
as much as we can milk out of a
Literally.
second episode in 2 days.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Tune in.
Sorry, just don't yell at my.
Just enjoy. All right, here's what it is. It's winter. You're not getting any movement in. What's wrong with you? Go for a walk. Put your in your ears
Bluetooth connected.
and listen. Bluetooth device is now connected.
listen to
and
us.
listen to both episodes.
Can't believe it.
Get a double this week,
Yeah,
man.
double dose, double cup.
Oh my days.
Peace out. See you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.